Someone says it in the hospital corridor, or at the kitchen table, or in a text that arrives at 11 at night. They mean it with everything they have. And something in you, something you don't have a name for, just goes quiet. You smile, you nod, you say thank you, and you walk away carrying something heavier than you came with. This video is about that. Those 7 things. The ones that were meant to help and somehow made it lonelier. I want to say this clearly before we get into it. The people who said these things to you love you. They are not bad people. They are frightened people who don't know what to do. And that is its own very human thing. This is not a video about calling anyone out, or giving you a script to hand them, or telling you how to respond. It's just for you. To sit with the truth of what those words did, in private, where you don't have to perform gratitude for anyone. And if someone sent you this video because they love a caregiver, welcome. Please keep watching. This will help you understand something that the person you love hasn't been able to say out loud. There's one phrase on this list I heard more than any other. I'll tell you which one and why it was the hardest. But let me start at the beginning. And before I do, I put together a free caregiver checklist that covers the first 48 hours, including how to handle the conversations you didn't know were coming. It's in the description. It's the thing I wish someone had handed me on day one. The first one, everything happens for a reason. You hear this and part of you understands. The person saying it is scared too. They want a universe that makes sense, where illness has a purpose and pain is pointing somewhere. That's a very human need. But here's what it does to you in that moment. It asks you to find meaning before you've had time to absorb what's happened. It puts a frame around something that doesn't have one yet, and it quietly implies that the thing that's happening, the diagnosis, the fear, the complete dismantling of your plans, is somehow supposed to be there. You don't have to find a reason. Not today, not ever, if you don't want to. The second one, stay positive. Attitude is everything. This one is the cruelest gift wrap. It arrives dressed as encouragement, but what it actually does, and I don't think anyone means this, is make your fear a problem. Suddenly, you're not just scared. You're scared and you're worried that being scared is making things worse. You start editing your feelings in real time, swallowing the 2M terror because someone told you that negativity is a liability. You are allowed to be afraid. You are allowed to hold both things, the hope and the fear, without one canceling out the other. Fear is not a failure of attitude. Fear is the appropriate response to something terrifying. The third one, I know exactly how you feel. They usually follow this with their own story. A parent who had cancer, a friend who went through something similar, and they mean it as a bridge. I've been near this, let me stand here with you. But what it accidentally does is shift the moment from yours to theirs. Your specific loss, your specific person, your specific fear, suddenly it becomes the backdrop for their experience. And you're nodding and listening, and the loneliness quietly doubles. Nobody knows exactly how you feel. Not even other caregivers. Your situation has a texture nobody else has. And there is something in being witnessed in your specificity, not folded into someone else's. The fourth one, at least it's not stage 4. Or at least they caught it early. Or at least you have good doctors. The at least. The comparative. The implicit instruction to locate your pain on a spectrum and be grateful it's not worse. Here's what I want you to hear. Your fear doesn't need to earn its place. You are not required to feel less afraid because someone else has it harder. Comparative suffering is not a comfort. It's a door that closes before you've had a chance to walk through. And somewhere around minute 5 of this, if you're finding any of this landing in a specific place, if you're thinking of a specific person, a specific moment, the free checklist in the description has a section on exactly this. How to receive care when the care doesn't fit. I built it because I needed it. It's there for you. And this is where it gets complicated, because the next 3 are the ones people say with the most love. They're not careless phrases. They come from the deepest place. And they still land wrong. And that's the hardest part of all of this. The 5th one, let me know if you need anything. I'll come back to this one at the end. But for now, when you hear it, something in you recognizes that the person saying it doesn't know what to do. They want to help. They genuinely want to help. And they're handing you the responsibility of knowing what that help looks like at the exact moment in your life when you have the least capacity to figure that out. What actually helps is specific. I'm bringing dinner Thursday. Does 6 o'clock work? I'm picking up your dry cleaning this week. I'm going to sit in the waiting room with you. I won't talk. I'll just be there. Specific, unconditional, no response required. The open offer, let me know, is love without a shape. And love without a shape is very hard to hold. The sixth one, they're such a fighter. They're going to beat this. There's a moment when you hear this where you want to stand in the hope of it. But underneath, and I think you know exactly what I mean, something is quietly terrifying. Because what happens if they don't beat it? Did they not fight hard enough? Were you not hopeful enough? Were you carrying doubt when you should have been carrying certainty? The fighter frame puts weight on the wrong people. It makes survival a matter of will, and it makes anything other than survival a kind of defeat. Your person is not a fighter or a loser. They are a person, a whole, complicated, specific person who is sick, and they don't have to perform strength, and you don't have to perform belief, and the outcome is not a referendum on either of you. The seventh one, you need to take care of yourself. Most people never say this out loud, so I will. This phrase is maddening when it arrives without hands. When someone says you need to take care of yourself and then gets in their car and drives away, what you're left with is the instruction plus the solitude. You already know you should be sleeping. You already know you haven't eaten a real meal in 4 days. What you need is someone to bring you the meal, to take the kids for an afternoon, to sit with your person for 2 hours so you can walk outside without your phone. You need to take care of yourself is not support. It's an observation. And there's a difference between someone witnessing your exhaustion and someone doing something about it. I'm not saying this to make you angry at the people who said it. I'm saying it because I want you to know you were not wrong to feel the gap between those words and what you actually needed. So, that phrase I mentioned at the beginning, the one I heard more than any other, let me know if you need anything. I heard it from people who loved me. I heard it from people who barely knew me. Dozens of times in the first weeks, in texts, in hallways, across tables, and every time something in me went quiet. Not because they didn't mean it. They meant it completely. But the asking, the let me know, required something of me I couldn't give. It required me to know what I needed, to articulate it, to send a message, to manage someone's response, and I had nothing left to give to that. What I needed, and what I suspect you need, was for someone to simply show up, not ask. Show up. Here's what I want you to sit with. First, these phrases don't make people bad. They make people human. People reach for what they have when they're scared, and sometimes what they have is a platitude, and it was made with love. You are allowed to feel the gap between their intention and its landing, and you are also allowed to forgive both of you for it. Second, your specific pain, the pain of receiving help that doesn't help, is real. It doesn't have to earn its place on anyone's suffering scale. You were not wrong to feel it. And third, this is the one I want to stay with you. The fact that you're still reaching toward people, still hoping to be understood, still watching a video at whatever time it is trying to make sense of what you're going through, that is not weakness. That is the most human thing I can think of. You are not alone in this. Even when it feels that way, even when the words land wrong and the room empties and you're the one left holding everything, which one landed hardest for you? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. You might say the thing that someone else needed to hear. The free caregiver checklist is in the description. Grab it before you close this. It covers the first 48 hours, and it's the thing I wish someone had handed me when I was exactly where you are now. New videos every Tuesday and Friday for the people holding everything together.